my dad doesn't like seafood. My dad doesn't like veggies. So my dad is like so sad.
He's a meat guy for real.
He is a meat guy. So my dad is so sad that we don't have anything in common when we eat together. So my dad's like, please. And I'm like, why don't you try some shrimp? And my dad's like, he's like, all right, I'm not gonna push you. I'm not gonna push you.
It's so real though, guys. It just reminds me, like during my concert in Texas, I was like peeking my head out to make sure that the Noombas were eating the free tacos that we got for them because I wanted to make sure they were eating. And I told them too before, I'm like, if you guys don't eat the tacos, I'm gonna be so sad. And so like I would peek my head out to make sure that they were like devouring that shit. And then I also devoured it. And I'm like, I ate, so y'all better ate. And then
yeah, she's so fucking sweet like that. She's so fucking sweet. I had 2 sets. Oh my god, he's so good. I want to go to one of your concerts. It's so over. I
want to go to
2
one
of those. They were
too. They look so fun.
I want one day. My biggest goal is I wanna go to your concert. You know, I even had a dream about it once where I dreamt that I went all the way to your concert and I went like surprise, and then you mega lol'd me.
That was like not where surprise! I thought that was gonna go.
And you were like, who are you again? And I'm like, oh, but there's so many people, so I couldn't tell you that I was Michi because then I dox myself. So I'm like, okay.
Do you think I just wouldn't recognize you or what? Like,
well, in my
defense,
defense,
think I just don't know what you look like?
I had that dream before we met. Okay, so I was like, she doesn't know. I'm just now part of the Noombas. Oh.
I still remember your face when we first met in person. You looked at me like you f***ing hated me. It was so beautiful.
Oh my God.
Isn't that so fun? From your POV, I looked like I had excited. And then from your POV, you're like, wow. And then from my POV, I was like, okay, well, she don't f with me.
No, girl, because when I saw you, like, she had pajamas on and her skin it was like clean and glowing, and she had really pretty eyes and her lashes were really like thick and long and like beautiful. So I was like, damn, girl, you wear makeup to go to bed. Whoa, like you really
thought that I was like outside and shit.
Like I even asked, I was like, did you just get back? Like, did you go out?
I was in bed.
But like you actually looked super, like she actually looked like she had makeup on. And I'm not saying this to like glaze her. I actually said it during that time. I'm like, did you just go out? Because like I genuinely thought you had makeup on. And I was just like amazed. And then
no, I just look good when I'm like happy. I'm not like it sounds silly, but genuinely like my face changes depending on my mood, because like if I'm sad, I don't sleep as much, and then my bags look way more deep. But if I'm like happy and I'm like more well rested and happy and excited, and then like the serotonin, it like literally heals my fucking acne, because I have like my acne goes based on like my mood a lot, and that's why I had to take like Accutane because of stress. And so like when I'm not stressed and I'm actually happy, I actually look better.
Thank you
so the me that you saw was like me after 2 days, 2.5, 3 days of traveling with, you know, my best friends and stuff. So I was like really happy.
Aw, that's why I was so amazed, you know what I mean? And then I was so nervous too.
Oh god, that's so funny. Just because from my POV, you just did not look happy to see me, and I was like, maybe she don't know who I am. Like, like,
bro, I was so shook. I was actually so nervous because I'm gonna say it now. Then I actually got really nervous because like you look like, you know, those like really pretty girls that are like really mean.
Oh,
like, you know, when a girl is like so pretty and you're like, oh my god, you're gonna like make fun of me because you're so pretty. So I got really nervous because I'm like, oh god, like she's really pretty.
Slur at her, bros. No. This is crazy.
No, like, you know, like you look like you know, pretty girls with like they have high maintenance, high taste, and I'm a pretty sloppy person. So I was like really nervous, I guess, to like talk to you. And then the next day, the first thing that Numi, because I wanted to be close to you, right? Because I wanted to talk to you, but I was too nervous to say anything. So I just kept like walking around, and I was just like I was like following in silence, twiddling my foot. And then you and Shoto went to the gym, and then I was like outside of the elevator as you were about to leave. And then as the elevator's door closed, Numi looked at me and smiled, and I was like, oh my god, she looks so pretty. And then she went, you're so awkward. And then the doors closed, and I was like, I felt my life crumble between my feet, bro. I was like, it's over. I'm never gonna talk.
I can't believe
again.
That's how that looked in her perspective, because from my perspective, when Sho and I went to the gym, and then I said that I literally this is the way I said it, guys. You know how the tone of voice that I use? I was like, oh, she's so awkward. And then like the elevator closed, I like turned at Sho. I'm like, she's so fucking cute. She's so fucking pretty and cute and awkward. She's so cute. And he's like, I know, right? And I was like, yeah. But from her POV, it probably looked like her world was fucking ending. But for us, we were just like, oh, look how fucking cute she is. Like, that's so cute.
I can't even use this model to... Okay, this is what I saw. And she didn't say cute, but it was just awkward. This is my POV.
After the elevator closed, me and him were talking about...
My POV was this. Okay, the door was closing. And Numi was like looking down. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you're so awkward. And then the door closed and I'm like... It's over. It's over. I ruined it. I fumbled so hard. I can't believe this. Even when I'm quiet, I be fumbling everything. I remember I went back to the hotel room and then like Yuzu was there, I think. And Yuzu was like, oh, where's Shota and Numi? And I'm like, oh, I literally just felt like, oh, they went to the gym. They went to the gym. I'm just gonna lay here for a bit. And then I laid in bed.
I have no words, dude. I just, it's so crazy just hearing things from different people's POV, because literally my perspective, Michi just looks like so cute. Like I see a white vignette around like Michi with little hearts whenever I look at Michi, and I'm like, oh, she's so cute and awkward and cute. And then from her POV, it's just like me, probably like my voice in her head was probably like, you look so awkward. Like that's probably what she thought I sounded like. But for my POV, I was like literally just happily like, oh, you're so awkward. I was just, she's so cute. And then I think this is why sometimes people are like scared to talk to me, because it maybe like when I say things, it probably could come off in a different way, but I literally just beat it full of love and kindness and whimsy and shit. Like, and also for the first like 3 days, you were not like near me at all. And in my head, I was so nervous. I was so scared and nervous because I was like, I don't know if I'm being too close to her. Like, am I like too close to her? Like, am I giving, like, am I being too much? And then I think we like, when we went to that one bakery or something, and then I was just standing next to you, I was like, maybe she's uncomfortable with me like standing here. And so then I walked away, and then that's when like when I went over to the others, and then we were like going down the escalator. I think you said to me like, well, thanks for like, I hope I'm not too like quiet and awkward. And I was like, no, I'm like that too. I'm like introverted. You could see that they're like the ones that carry the conversations a lot, and then I'll just walk away because I get overstimulated. And then you were like, oh, okay. And then you were like, yeah, but like, you know, thank you guys for being nice. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, okay, so she doesn't want me to be super duper close. Okay. And so like anytime I would walk with her, like I told you this too before we met, that like my natural thing is I will be like 6 to 8 feet apart from you, because I don't want to make you uncomfortable unless you say otherwise. And so when you were saying that, I'm like, okay, so I have to keep this distance. So I would always walk like super, like we'd be walking next to each other, right? And then like there would be like such big space between us. I have videos that Tony took and sent to us of you and me walking together. I don't even know if you see these videos, but it's like you and me walking and there's so much space between us. I have this one video. It was the day we went to the mall and we're just talking and we're so far apart. It's so,
we're like yelling from the corners of the, you know what's so
I got my haircut.
You know what's so insane, chat? Okay. I'm gonna say you are so good at like talking and shit.
You to say
okay,
this
like
isn't a robot.
no, you're like so good at talking, and then you look really and I'm not saying this to glaze you. If anything, you might just not take this as a glaze, but like you look really fucking pretty, and then you know what to say. So I'm like, oh my god, I feel like I have to be smart. Like I have to say some smart ass
bro,
like, or not just gonna be like, oh my god, what is this like?
You know, you just have to
surface.
Speak, you know, oh my god, guys. Okay, me like Yuzi were super excited to like meet Michi, and they were like to me, we're like, oh my god, I'm so happy to meet Michi. Blah, blah, blah. And the only I didn't know any, like I had no idea how Michi felt until like 3 days into the trip. She tweeted saying like, I can't look at them in the eye because they're so pretty. And I'm like, are you? This is how I find out. That's why you weren't looking at me. I just thought you didn't fucking like me. And oh my god.
You know. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna say. Okay.
Oh my god, I found the video. I found the video. I found the video.
Wait,
here, look at this, Michi.
Can I?
I'm sending it.
Let me. Is the audio okay for me to watch it? Yeah, I mean, no shit. My face is over there.
Hold on, wait. Let me mute it and listen to it. I'm sending it to you first, but let me listen first.
Oh my god. Oh god. Just. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I should just
we're just
die
talking
in a
about
hole.
the gigantic goose plushie that I got after my haircut. Look how far apart we are. Isn't that so? Look how far apart we are.
Look at how pretty you look. I was Oh my god, you want to know something else, dude? Every time I'm talking, I have to be like, okay, I have to say something okay, you know what? I'm gonna share it. There are some people in my life, okay, that I'm like, oh, I can just hang out with off the bat because like I know that we're probably gonna match each other's freak like that. But with you, I'm like, I have to say something that is like, not only do I have to say something smart, I have to do it in like a very entertaining way because it can't be boring. Like I can't bore her because she's just like you know what I mean? Like, you know when you see someone like, oh my god, they're so impressive that I can't fumble this, y'all. So the whole time, like, I know I yap a lot, but it's different. Okay,
that was
when
me with Yusan. I get it.
Oh my god. Just for you to know, I've known Yusan for like years. We've only became actual friends 2 years later because I have the same issue with Yusan where I'm just like, you. Actually, no. If anything with Yusan, Yusan is a very charming person, but I have seen Yusan's very funny, cringier side that I'm just like, haha, fuck you. But with you, it's like your cringy side is like cute in my opinion. Like I know Yusan, like some people sees Yusan like haha, Yusan's being cringe. It's like cute. I have a different taste of cute. All right, Yusan's cringe is like funny to me. Numi's cringe is not even cringe, bro. That is kind of adorable. So I'm just like, oh god, I have to like keep up. You know what I mean? It's like when you're talking to a rich person, right? And then now you have to be in their level. That's how I felt because I'm like, oh, I'm talking to a very smart, pretty girl. So I have to be smart and pretty.
Agree. Like I would agree normally because I'm like that too with people that I meet. Like I was like that with Yusan, but the difference is we were talking for months before this. Like we knew each other, and I didn't know Yusan. Like that was the first time I was like talking to Yusan. So like I'm like, oh yeah, I get what you mean. The way that you were treating me was as if we never talked before, which was just so insane.
But it's different when you're talking and it's coming out of your face. It's so different. It's like I'm so used to like not.
I wore the rat suit before we met. Like,
I know, that's what I was used to, and then I met you and you looked really pretty, and I'm like, oh,
you knew what I looked like. I showed you what I looked like.
Yeah, but we never video called, so I wasn't used to like in real time, you know, like the quick time events were too quick. It was too fast. I didn't know I did the buttons, I couldn't mash them on time. So I was like, I'm freaking out, bro. I remember like freaking out for the first like 3 days, and then I was like, I'm gonna lose my mind, bro. I'm gonna lose my mind. And you know something insane about the cake? Like we went to the bakery, and then I saw a cake that reminded me of Henya, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna like, because I saw that and I was like, and I walked up to it. I walked up to the cake and I was like, I'm gonna take a picture. And I remembered you walk really close, and then you were like, oh my god, that cake is cute.
Michi
just you saying that, I was like,
pretty girl cake.
Oh, you like
the way that was the pivotal moment for me too. I love, oh my god, from my POV when that happened and I talked to you about that, like literally that same exact situation, like that same thing, same time when I said that, I was like, oh my god, I'm too fucking close. Oh my god, she's probably irked by me. And then that's why like after I said that, I just turned around and walked away.
No, but I was so happy about that though, because I want you to know, by the way, because I took a picture. Originally it was because it reminded me of Henya, right? And then Numi got close to me and she was like, oh, that cake is cute. And then you did leave, but like I don't know if you noticed how long I stood in front of that cake. Like everyone was already done. I didn't even buy it.
That's why, well, I just thought you were gonna get it, and I was like, oh, I'm probably like interfering with that. And and then I was like, you saw like in this video that I just sent Michi, we're like 6 feet apart and stuff. And so like I was actually close to her when I went to look at that. And then when I realized, I was like, oh my god, I'm too close. And I also didn't know how she felt about like how close if people could be to her. So then I was like, oh my god, I'm so, oh my god, she's gonna hate with me. She doesn't like me. She already hates me. She's gonna hate me even more. And then I turned around and then I walked away.
Yeah, she walked away. But then I remember standing there.
If we just spoke, that wouldn't this would have never happened if she just said like, yeah, this is why I feel this way. And then because of this, it was like a slow burn that took 7 days before we finally got
okay, girl, I want to say this because I've said this multiple times, but please know, I'm not the type of person to glaze, okay? I don't glaze people. You can ask, like, you know how hot Yusan is. I call Yusan hot once a month. Yusan gets like a hot ratio, you know what I mean? Like, you got, like, I'll compliment you once a month kind of a thing. Like, you are attractive, but I ain't gonna say it too much because that's fucking weird. But I want you to know it's because you actually look really attractive. You don't understand. Like during that time, I want you to know, chat, we went there. I was the first to enter that bakery, right? Everyone else went to the bakery. Tonki looked around, bought what Tonki wanted. Everyone like looked around, they bought what they wanted, and I was still standing in the same spot. I didn't even buy anything. I was like stun locked because I saw that cake. I was like, I'm just gonna take a picture. I'm gonna send it to Henya because this reminds me of Henya. I took a picture. Numi walked up and was like, oh, that's a really cute cake. My head, I'm like, oh my
Friends
god.
fly for 9
Oh my
hours to meet
God.
and stuff. They must hate me.
No, no, you don't get it. I was so nervous. I was like,
Bro, why is she reacting to me like she never met me before?
no, because I was like,
It's
oh
just
my god,
crazy.
she likes the things I like, and she finds this cute too. I stood there and I was like, oh my god, thank you so much, Henya. I know originally I took this picture for you, but thank you, because of you now I know that, oh my, she found it cute. She thinks my taste and things are cute. Oh my god, I did it. And I stood there like I actually go stun locked for like a solid 10 minutes. Everyone was out of the bakery and I was still standing in front of the same damn cake, and I'm like, oh, she thinks, thank you, Henya.
Bro, you
didn't
must have
know.
been so gagged with the giant drink picture that I took of you. You're probably like, oh my god, she with this. Oh my god. In my head, I'm like, wow, look how cute she looks with this giant soda. And then she's just like, oh my god, thank God for this soda. Thank God for this extra large soda that they gave us. Thank
Bro,
God.
I'd be praising everything during those days, bro. I'd be like, oh my god, you also find this really big glass really interesting? Oh, thank you. Thank you, big glass, for being so big. I knew it. It's like, you know when you meet someone really pretty and then you're like, oh my god, they find the things you're interested in interesting. Oh, and then you're just really happy. And then, yeah, that's how I felt, bro. I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy.
Love knowing that was her mind and mine was just me freaking out for like days because I thought she hated me. Like literally later that day, but guys, we like finished watching the movie and then I was like, you guys want to continue hanging out? And then like Michi was like, no, I'm gonna go hang out with Yusan and Cho. And then like I didn't understand, like, you know, Yusan was like a little sick or something, but like, yeah, none of them told us that, so they just left. And I was like, okay, they hate me. And then, well, I know, showed bestie and shit, but like when you just dipped, I was like, okay, they don't want to talk to me, that's cool too. And then I didn't even know really how Michi felt aside from when I saw like her tweets or when I was joking. I was like, and you said you want to hang out later, like a day later, you're like, what are you doing today? Because she wouldn't say like you want to hang out. That's not what Michi does.
I message you every day, every single.
No, so what Michi does is she oh my god, like, so we were staying at like a different room, right? And so every morning she would say like, so what are you doing today? And then I tell her, I'm like, oh, like this is what we're thinking of doing, like, and then she would just be like, oh, okay, and then like that's it. She wouldn't say anything else. And I'd be like, well, you guys, like, do you want to come? Like, and then she'd just be like, she just wouldn't respond. The only time I ever like knew what she wanted was like, because of this, I just joked one day and said like, oh my god, you miss me, and then I do, and put a crying face. I'm like, well, I would have never f***ing known this if she didn't say this.
I was so happy when you noticed. I was so happy you brought it up, because if I brought it up, I was like, oh my god, am I being too desperate? Am I being too weird? Like, I'm freaking her out, bro. Like, you know, I felt like an actual stalker. Like, I feel like a stalker breathing down your like neck. I'm
guys,
like,
this is
what are you
so
doing
crazy.
today?
This is so crazy because literally that's like the exact opposite of how that came up. Like, it was the exact opposite. We're just like, yeah, what do, like, we were trying to see, like, cause like Tony and them were like, oh, so are they gonna join us? And I'm like, I don't know. None of them are replying to me, and because all of them are not good at messaging. And then the only one that would message back would be Michi. And then like she'd just be like, well, what are you doing? And then I'd be like, yeah, like, well, you want to do this? And then she'd be like, well, we're getting massages. And then I wouldn't see them like till like nighttime or some shit. Like, and I just live with that and say, okay, maybe they don't with us as much as I thought. And the only reason I was able to know was like the one time I was like, oh, do you miss me or whatever, as a joke, and she's like, I really do. And then I said, okay. So
you
then I had to kind of decode it.
Bro, you can ask Shoto, Yuzu, or Yusan this, right? Every morning when I wake up, I would always like check up on everyone else, because I'm like, hello, is everyone awake? Are we ready to like start the day and everything? And then Shoto or Yuzu or like Yusan would be like, oh, should we check up on like Numi and like her friends? Like, you know, like when are they gonna start the day? What are they gonna do? Blah blah blah. The moment someone says that, I'd be like, okay, I'll do it. But like every single day they'll be like, oh, maybe we should message. Oh, I'll do it. So that I would always like whip out. And I want you to know, I don't usually carry my phone. Like, chat knows this. There are so many days of the subathon where my phone is just full on dead, because I don't use my phone very often. But then every day during that trip, every morning, the moment someone goes like, oh, we should check up on Numi, and I would instantly go like, oh, message her. And then I'd be like, I'll message her. I'll be like, okay. And I'll be like, oh, she's doing this, you guys. And they're like, oh, maybe we should do this instead while they're doing this, and then we can hang out with them after. I'm like, okay. Okay, well, I want you to know they said they're doing this today, but okay.
Oh, so
Calm
that's
down.
why. So that's why. I was always wondering why they never came with us places. Who would have thought? Wow.
And bro,
Oh
with
my
the
God.
Shoto thing, when I went with Shoto, right? I want you to know, by the way, before when you were like, oh, do you want to hang out because you guys want to go to the pool at night, and you were like, you want to join us for like a pool session, blah blah blah. Before that happened, during like I think that was after the cinema thing. You and Yuza and like your friends were like doing stuff, and I was like in the back with like Shoto, and Shoto was talking to me about like Shoto misses Yusan a lot, and then like Shoto felt bad that like Yusan at the time was sick, so Yusan couldn't come with us, and Shoto was like, I feel bad because I don't want to like exclude Yusan, blah blah. You must be out of your mind if you think like this man told me that he feels bad for secluding Yusan, and Yusan would feel like FOMO and everything, and Yusan would feel not included, blah 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 blah. And I wasn't that close with Yusan at that time either, and Shoto was closer. So I'm like, oh my god, if you think I'd be like, I will seclude Yusan one more time, I can't do that. So I'm like, okay, I will accompany you too. And
No, the
I
problem
will
was
also
you
do
didn't.
that.
Nobody said anything. They just left. We were like, oh, okay.
I
And then like later
did.
on, I was like, well, maybe we should go meet Yusan and like get introduced to Yusan. And then they're all like, no, we're going to bed now. And then we're like, okay. And then we just all like every single night, it would just be like me and like my roomies and stuff. And then we would just order food and just hang out until like 3. And then the only person the whole time that actually like went over to hang out with us during those nights was Sho, that one time where he's just like, I miss Numi. And then he just came to us
just
and
went.
just hung out. And then like Michi didn't come either because Michi was like, wow, I can't wait for us to hang out. And then she just didn't come. And then she just slept instead. And so then when me and Sho like went back, and then she was just sleeping, and I was like, well, okay. And then I just left. Guys, it was just beautiful the way that every misunderstanding played out. Isn't it so fun, guys? You know what's even funnier? When we see each other again, it's probably gonna reset.
Honestly, okay, hear me out. Someone has to start, okay? And I want you to know it ain't gonna be
my
me.
God. Wow.
Yeah, because I get really, I don't know, I don't want to overstep nothing. I don't want to like make anyone uncomfortable. Scared. You know this about me. I get really scared about it, okay? And it's really difficult, chat. You don't get it. I keep saying this. I said at first I was joking, but now, honestly, I mean, it might not be a joke. If only you did not look pretty as you do, I feel like I wouldn't be as nervous, bro. I swear. I'd be like, you remember my first impression with like Shoto's first impression of me, where Shoto's like, I think this person does not like me. I don't know why when I see someone that is like really attractive, I get stun locked for like at least a year.